What up, though? We back. This is another episode number 5 of The Reality Is, and we got some stuff to talk about today. Let's get it. Y'all know I'll be the host today, King Crane. I got my brother to the left of me, Sean Rich, my brother Jeff, my brother Rim. Y'all ready to get into these topics, fellas?
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it, man. First topic that I want to talk about is something that's prevalent. I think that is necessary to talk about. It's domestic violence. Like, it's a heavy topic, but I feel like it's a necessary topic for us to talk about. Real talk. So I want to start off with a question about domestic violence. And I want to ask y'all, anybody can answer it. But what do y'all think causes somebody to be emotionally or physically abusive?
I think it'd be the audacity.
What you mean the audacity?
Like, I just think the audacity of a situation, like, can pull just the worst side of you out of you, or just a side of you that you ain't even know you had, and you for real just like, damn, you gonna try to play with me like that? Like, you feel me? So I think that's what it just be, the audacity, like, just because it's like a shock value, because you know what I'm saying? Domestic violence, you know, I don't think that nobody really ever intends to really go there with their partner or somebody that they dealing with in that type of way.
I don't know, bro.
What you mean you don't know?
Let you finish, man.
But basically what I'm saying is,
Something like when I get home.
You say when I get home? I swear.
but basically what I'm saying is, like, I don't think nobody really necessarily, the average person, you feel me, necessarily think like most people go into a situation like, I'm about to fuck you up type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think so more so it kind of be more out of just like the shock value and just like the audacity of it, like I said, you know?
For me, it's more so the lies. It's more so betrayal. It's more so of an expectation. Two people that's got uncontrollable feelings have for each other. Like, I can't believe you will do this to me. I trusted you. It's a downfall, and that come from a lot of underlying issues within themselves. And some people just don't know how to handle it. They're not emotionally mature enough to be disciplined or nothing to walk away from it. It just be rage be the first thing. So I think a lot of times like that, it just get out of hand, super emotional. People that turn the cheek and it just be a boiling point. And then some people turn violent. Or then sometimes people trigger things. You know what I'm saying? Because
Trigger things like what? Like what you mean?
Triggering things like, say for instance, man, a woman is not she's a verbal abuser, and you a person who always felt abandoned. So you might do something, then she'll trigger you. Oh, that's why your mama didn't love you. Then now you get to a rage point. You get to a rage point,
The
and
audacity.
you don't know how to. Or men, same thing with men. She might have felt vulnerable and told her my time like, oh, my uncle used to touch on me or something like that, and then you throw that up. Oh, that's why you doing this, or she was vulnerable. She trusted you. Now she just, oh, I can't believe I told you that because you know what I'm saying. So I feel like a lot of times domestic violence stems from emotional situations, or you're not emotionally intelligent enough, or don't have enough discipline when you get in them rage moments.
Okay, I feel that.
Well, I think before I say what I feel, man, I'm not justifying putting your hands on nobody, no woman, no man, woman on woman, none of that. But I think like when little boys are raised to be men, we always told, don't put your hands on a woman. And I don't think they tell women enough to not put your hands on a man, right? And I think a lot of times women feel like they can do anything and not get, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they push your buttons, like you said, like sometimes they might be verbal abuse or something like that, and they not expecting you to do certain things, or they might even put their hands on you first and they're not really expecting that back. And I think it should be kind of taught at an earlier age. Like, hey man, if you think, you know what I'm saying? Like if you in this situation, walk away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my dad told me when I was younger, he said, any woman that makes you feel like you got to put your hands on her or push you to that point where you got to put your hands on her, you got to stop messing with her. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get yourself in trouble. And it's like, I think that need to be taught early, because I think like a lot of times women feel like they can do certain things and then they cry wolf, like, oh, he did this, but it's like, man, you done spit on this boy, you did this, you did that, and you didn't think the repercussions behind it was going to be that serious. You know what I mean? Or sometimes it didn't even get physical. So I think that need to be taught at an earlier age for sure. But I think, yeah, on the emotional side, I think they summed it up, man. I think really a lot of times it just be the shock, like, oh man, like you in that moment you be like, man, well, I'm about to crash out because they didn't hit that low point. Right. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time when you're in a relationship with somebody, they know your deepest, darkest secrets, then they know your pressure points, and that be the thing. Like, not to be long-winded, but man, I had a situation in my when I was younger or whatever, a little bit more immature. And this woman used to always press my buttons on purpose because she knew them. She knew my triggers and she knew how to get me to that point. And that's what my dad had to sit me down and tell me that, like, hey, man, if this woman continue to do this, she doing that on purpose, bro. Right. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to walk away from that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because for real, a lot of women like type shit like that. Some women like where...
Yep.
I don't know if it's got something to do with their trauma.
If you're not putting your hands on me or you're not exploding on me,
you're not showing me that you love me.
I don't feel like you love me. Or so to get a woman needs to get a reaction toxic. So let's specify this, because if you need for a man to be toxic in order for you to feel like he loves you, then you don't need to be with nobody. You need to heal yourself.
I don't like the word toxic, but I agree with you because it is some toxic women. But some men are nonchalant, and some men don't give women enough reinsurance. Yeah. So sometimes they want to see if you care, but then they damn near knock on.
They playing with fire.
They knock on it. So I don't feel like all the situations be toxic.
But I feel but I also feel like men have to be mindful that women will. You got to be mindful of the woman. To your example, some women will try to provoke you to that anger and put you in that space for reassurance, and that's not healthy. A woman has to learn that the way that, first of all, how a man should love you, because a man putting his hands on you is not love. So if that's the way that you feel like a man loves you, then you need to re-educate or renew your mind, because a man putting his hands on you is by no way showing that he actually loves you. That's actually showing the contrary, because he's harming you. He's putting you in danger. And from a personal experience, I had a close friend of mine who killed his wife. And they was married, and, you know, he gave her the ring. He gave her everything that, you know, he thought would shut her up. But the minute that he kept playing in the streets and she started to address him, she told me plenty of times how he choked her, and she's like, he's getting better about it. But it ended up resulting in him ultimately killing her. So you can't really play with that. But something that you said that I want to ask real quick on this topic is, do y'all feel men and women are held equally accountable for domestic violence?
Hell no. You know it's not. You know it's not. We could look at this situation with I think her name like Sha'Carri Richardson or whatever. Originally,
she getting chewed out right now.
But originally they was making it seem like, oh boy put his hands on her and all of that. And she, when the police came, she even said it like, I'm the female here. Why am I getting arrested?
That was crazy.
That's super crazy. And if it was no camera footage and it was just her word against his word, they'd be cooking them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's not okay for a man or a woman to put their hands on each other. But it's just like, if a woman do it, like, it's just because like, it's like nothing.
Bigger, it's like it's nothing. So my question to y'all is this. Why do, like, in your situation, or if any of us have been in situations, whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, why do y'all think people decide to stay in those situations? Like, why not just get out at the first sign when somebody do something to you? What makes people stay in domestic situations to keep?
Because people don't have boundaries, bro. You got to learn that. That's maturity. To have boundaries, and I'm not gonna lie, it take a lot to leave somebody that you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, to let go is a whole different conversation. You know
it's a whole different process.
Yeah, letting go is crazy.
I mean, a lot My fault,
No,
bro.
you got it, bro. Go ahead.
No, I mean, a lot of situations don't be repetitive. Some of these domestic violence situations be a one-time thing, or it be a build-up or something. So what I'm saying is that a lot of people, the real shit is this: a lot of people don't love themselves. They don't know how to love. They don't know how to be equally open in a relationship. So it'd be a lot of bullshit situations, and it'd be a lot of situationships. It'd be a lot of regret. I don't want to, like he said, they don't know how to let go, so they just don't want to see you with nobody else. So it just be causing all this toxic trauma shit, and it just be like a hole. So it's like then when you start living life like that, you start accepting bare minimum, start damn near dealing with anything just cause you scared to let go.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my thing on the whole DV stuff is this, man. It come down to discipline and loving and boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
People don't know how to be like that, and people don't know how to respect your space. You don't feel like that? Oh, okay, I see you raising your voice. You kind of irritated. Let me call you back. Let me do this. But in these days, you acting like a girl. You acting, you sassy. I'm having the worst day of my life. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So then when that shit overboils, then it turned into what people know how to resort to.
I agree with everything you said,
definitely
except
a build
with the
up.
exception of one thing is that the one-time occurrence. I feel like if, and maybe, I don't know if it's just more of a sensitivity for me, but I feel like if a person put their hands on you once, they'll put their hands on you again.
I agree.
Like you can't risk somebody apologizing for an action and then being like, I'll never do it again, because there's so many people that have lost their lives dealing with somebody that has apologized and came with the flowers and came with the teddy bears and saying, I'll never do this to you again. They make love to you, and then they do it again and again, and then it starts to be repetitive and it starts to become a cycle. So I feel like the first time, man or woman, that somebody puts their hands on you and they show you that, then you need to take a person for who they are and what they've shown you and get out, because it could be your life. Real talk.
All right, I'm gonna say one thing, then we can, you know what I'm saying, move on.
yeah.
Let's be clear: domestic violence is not always physical.
I didn't say that. That's
I know.
why
I'm saying,
I said emotional.
So, I know,
or
but listen,
physical.
what I'm telling you. So just because somebody, it's just saying like somebody will never bash you again after they hurt your feelings, or somebody will never do something out of character or what you confided them with again. You can't just say it like on the physical aspect. Domestic violence is a broad thing, bro.
I agree with that, Rim, but you got to also look at, okay, like you said, somebody confided in you about something that, you know, you entrusted them with, and then they throw that up in your face. That's going to always stick in the back of your mind. So you kind of sabotage that trust there. While that trust can maybe be rebuilt, I feel like it's levels to the domestic violence situation. But I feel like if somebody shows me that they can betray me or throw something up in my face, I'm learning a lesson from that. I'm not confiding in you the same way.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done though, because a lot of times why people stay in those situations is comfortability.
Comfortability,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And then too, you be on some shit like we damn near in too deep. Like we got the bills in our name, we got this
It's not
type shit in
that
our name.
serious.
I just can't get out of this shit like this. Like
What's not that serious?
yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying? That's how people think. Like, hey, man, it ain't worth giving up everything
yeah,
that we
like
built.
and especially too. The female
maybe
or the
it
nigga might
is.
be like, I was on some bullshit anyway. Like I know I ain't had no business
Yeah.
doing whatever you did to provoke them, or you know what I'm saying?
But not to cut you off, man, but I think we still getting away from the other side of it, because us as men, we need to teach the men that if a woman makes you feel that way, you have to leave her alone. You get what I'm saying? Like,
If a
I'll leave
woman
you alone after
provokes
I
you-
choke the shit out you. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Because
No, for real.
you push me to that point and you make me feel like that, and I done dealt with women that don't. So I don't have to deal with you.
Or we
You
have
get what
to-
I'm saying?
or
And I
we-
think that's what confused a lot of men. Like, they think you got it. You know what I'm saying? All women the same. They not. A lot of women not gonna push you to that point, bro.
No,
a lot of
for
women
real.
gonna be like, you know
Facts.
what? You got it. You know what I'm
healthy-
saying? Yeah, a healthy woman
and
or
a
a
healed
healed
woman
she gonna be like, you know what? I see that I upset you. I'm
I
sorry.
agree.
I'll talk to you later, baby.
I agree.
I don't like the way you're talking to me. And you
I
can do
agree.
the same thing.
I agree.
Man, if a woman raise her voice and call me a B word or something like that, I'm like,
I gotta go.
I'm like, this might
I'm
be
out.
your last time talking to me.
I'm out.
Because you gonna push me to that point. Baby, you disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave her alone. And I think we need to address that part too. It's not always just us being a, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
and the conversation was not just directed toward men, meaning men, you know, being domestically violent towards women. It's also about the women being domestically violent towards men, because women, I feel like, are more prone to do more to provoke men to that situation because they feel like he can't hit me because I'm a woman. But with that being said, I do want to shift gears and get into another topic, which I think kind of correlates what we're talking about, and that's about accountability. So like the thing about accountability that's important is like having people in your circle. Like we have a healthy circle where we talk about accountability. Like if I'm wrong, y'all gonna tell me I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
Do y'all feel like between both genders that men hold each other accountable, and do y'all feel like women also hold each other accountable in the same equal value, or do y'all feel like it's an imbalance between accountability with genders?
I think it's an imbalance, but I think the men prior to our generation, I don't think they held each other accountable. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like a few generations back, it was a lot of fatherless homes. Now we know a lot of it had to do with, government assistance, and you can't have a man in the house if you're getting help from the government and all that. But after that whole phase, I feel like a lot of men wasn't holding other men accountable. Like, bro, you ain't with your kids. Like, you got all them kids over there and you out here with me. But I feel like at least in our friend group and just with a lot of men that I know that ain't in our friend group, they take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody holding them accountable. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, bro, like you got to be in your kids' life, bro. Like take care of them kids. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never met no man that I had to say that to. I ain't friends with no man that I got to be like, bro, you got to be in your kid life.
But that's what I'm saying because I think
I ain't never. You ain't gonna be my friend if I gotta tell you to be a father to your kid. I don't want you around me. That to me,
I got grace for a lot of men.
I got grace.
A lot of men ain't grow up with their father themselves.
But that's what we talking about right here about accountability, bro. Yeah. So like he's saying, bro, I wouldn't just shift a guy because some guys don't have that person to be like, hey, bro, I seen y'all I seen your baby mama and shit. She said you ain't seen a baby in about 2 weeks. You straight. You like you need what's going on with you? Why you don't want to be around your creation? Because he might be having financial difficulties and he don't want to go up there and perform. It's not always about just judging somebody off top. It's about being somebody's friend. If he your friend, I'm taking whatever come with my friends, right or wrong. I'm rocking with them, but I'm gonna hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold them accountable. We all hold each other accountable. You tell me if I'm on ham shit, lame shit, I need to chill out, and I might get mad in the moment, but I sit back and call back like, man, good looking. I love you for that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, with women, I feel like women friendships not built like men friendships.
How do you feel like women's friendships are built versus how men's friendships are built?
I just feel like this, bro. Men are more. We not emotional about that shit. Like I said, you could confront me about something, and then is that I feel like women more. They walk on eggshells about certain stuff with their friends. The only thing they kind of get out of their boundaries with is when when they friend messing with a dude they don't want them to mess with.
Yep.
That's when they start getting out of pocket. But the thing about that too is a woman won't make your friend take accountability about certain stuff because women be so quick to not mess with a girl.
Yeah.
They'd be like, I ain't fuck with her. She was acting funny. I had put this dress on. And so they work on eggshells a lot.
They do.
They walk on eggshells a lot. So they can't be like, women can't be like raw like us. Like, you know what I'm saying? To the point where I'll be like, hey, bro, you want some bullshit. I don't care how you feel about it. You be like, all right, well, nigga, you know what I'm saying? F you, nigga. And I don't talk to you for 2 weeks. But we stood on business because it's not about how we feeling. It's about I want what's better for you because you really my friend.
Exactly.
Girls will be like, I'm straight with her. She jealous of me.
Yeah.
No.
Instead of holding a girl accountable, she gonna go talk about it with their other friend. You know what I'm saying?
But she gotta do that because she can't address her because women dynamic be, like I said, they gotta work on eggshells with a lot of shit because it be so fragile. And girls, they lose friends a lot. Niggas be locked in with their niggas for real.
What's your take on it, Sean?
Man, I don't think it's so much. I agree with what you're saying about the women thing. They are kind of catty like that, but I don't really think it's so much about men and women. I think it's about your environment. Like, I got a brand called The Company You Keep, and I live by that. Like, your environment, who you surround yourself with, that's the type of people you need. You need to hold yourself. You need to surround yourself with people who hold you accountable and are on that level. You know what I mean? So I feel like people who hold you accountable care about you. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a lot of friends and they see you slipping, they see you doing certain things, or they see you cheating on your husband or doing something weird, it's like, man, Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you doing that? Like, a person who gonna care about you gonna want to see you win. I like what you got going on. Why you doing that?
Right.
You know, opposed to somebody who like, man, whatever, that's her. Like, she don't fuck with you like that.
Right.
Or he don't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really care about you.
Yeah, I see.
So,
I think let me say this. This between me and you, we've had private conversations about grace lately. And honestly, you've been on me. Because my tolerance level for people who are not on, like, I don't have the tolerance for a man that does not take care of his kids. Because I've been, and maybe that's because I was fatherless. I grew up fatherless, and I can't fathom the thought of not connecting with my child. Like, how are you not communicating with your child every day? How do you not know what they need? They need diapers, they need school supplies, they need milk, they gotta eat 3 times a day. How do you not know what's going on with your child? Like, to me, that is like mind blowing, bro. And I'm like, what else are we gonna talk about except me addressing that? I can't kick it with you if I know, nigga, you don't take care of your
that's the
kids.
elephant in the
We
room,
not
bro.
talking
Right.
about basketball,
Say
nigga.
fuck the game, bro.
I'm not talking to you about
Bro, you got
sports,
more
nigga. Like,
sports shit to be worried
your
about.
kid, you ain't seen your kid in 3
But
months.
that's personal to you, bro.
Yeah, but
It
that's
may be. It could be
know what I'm
personal to
saying?
me, but it's not. Just
And there may be
personal to
other
me.
issues, though.
Let me be real. It may be personal to me because of how I felt, but it's also affecting my community. It's also affecting my race of people. It's affecting my environment because them children that grow up fatherless in their homes, they typically end up higher. They typically end up a higher statistic in going to prison. They typically end up a higher statistic in being dead. And I can see Remy's face like, I feel that, bro. I feel that.
Like, take me in, man. Take me in.
Hey, bro, I
No,
have
yeah, you
zero
go. I get
tolerance.
what you're saying, bro.
I got a
Hey,
zero
listen,
tolerance
I'm-
for it.
I'm
Be there for
I'm
your
gonna let you
kids.
go.
let me just give it to you like this, brother. Like, now you see how you just said since you grew up in a fatherless home, right? Why you have zero tolerance for men like that? Yo, pops. No,
I had a part-time day.
I know. I'm just saying though, but for the bigger grand scheme of things, a lot of men, fathers don't have no partners like us to be like, hey, bro. Yeah, you know, Tank cool, but hey man, come to the patio walk. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit you with you, bro. What's up? Do you need us to help you out with your kid? They didn't have it.
Right, you digging into the root.
So I'm saying, like, for me, bro, and you my friend, we talking about friends, yo, niggas you locked in with people you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta see what's bigger than what I went through. You gotta get what I'm saying? Like, cause you know what I'm saying, it's hard. Like being a father is hard. Being any type of parent is hard, especially when you don't have the right foundation. And unfortunately, our generation be having kids and don't have a foundation and shit together.
That's a fact.
So you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I give a lot of grace to people, not being like a deadbeat person, but you never know what's going on in there mentally. So I don't always just judge them offhand. I want to see, if I done told your ass 2-3 times,
You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
But if
You
you're
know what
my
I'm saying?
friend, if you're my friend, I'm kind of already tapped in because you my friend, so I kind of know what you do because we friends.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah,
connected
so.
with you. But to get back to the real topic about accountability, because that's a subtopic.
Yeah.
Like the accountability aspect though of men and women, do y'all feel like women receive more grace from other women because of that? Like,
Absolutely.
They receive like the grace of being naive, bro,
Yeah.
and delusional.
And even if we go to the internet, I think inside the circle, and if you look at it on the grand scheme of things on the internet or just like the way they do it, they support something that they know is wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Like,
going
well,
back,
They gonna
I
stand
get
on
it
girl
because she was
code.
going through this. Like,
They gonna stand on girl code.
Yep.
They gonna
man,
justify.
They gonna be a
That's
girl's girl.
crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
I
agree
agree
with y'all, bro. I feel like it go back to what I said, bro. It goes back to women are fragile. Women are but y'all gotta understand this too, bro. We don't let a lot of people that's not our people around our space. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls will get cool with a girl at a bar and start hanging with her. Everybody don't be their home girl, so a lot of situations, a lot of shit they be around don't always be solidified and rooted.
Right.
So I'm saying, like, some people be scared, like, man, I want to tell her she moving wrong. I want to tell her she need to start reading books, supporting herself, but I don't want to step out of boundary because she's just my friend from work.
So watch this.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't
question.
think that it's like they justify certain shit. I just feel like they don't know how to just be like, hey, fuck it, I don't care. I'm about to tell you this shit because you need it.
But this is my next
But if it
question.
was-
But I feel like a
this is-
real
hold
friend
up, hold
would.
up, real
yeah,
quick,
because
right.
let me say this real
Right.
quick. If it was some negative shit, it's or some gossipy shit,
Yeah.
they gonna tell them. They gonna call them. They gonna
Right.
tell them.
Yeah. Right.
But you feel me? The shit that's gonna edify you and get you better, they gonna go talk with somebody else about it.
This is my question. Do women call out toxic behaviors the way that men will call out a toxic behavior? Like if you see me slipping, you gonna be like, hey, bro, if you my friend, hey, bro, tighten up. Do y'all feel like women call out that toxic behavior?
Yes.
I don't really know, like what you mean? Like call it out like with amongst their friends? Like, girl, you being toxic? You on some
I don't
toxic
think it's
shit?
a man or woman thing. I think it's the group that you surround yourself with. I honestly feel that way, bro.
I do
Because
too.
I know
agree
a
with
group
that.
of women that do hold themselves accountable.
But here's my thing with women that I noticed that women
But
do.
they are a mature, successful group of women.
But let me be real with y'all. This is what I understand about women. Up front, in front of another man, they'll remain silent. If a woman is wrong and the man is present,
Definitely. They gonna have a girl
they're
back.
gonna be like, they ain't gonna
For
say
sure.
nothing if they think they wrong. But then a woman will pull their friend behind the scene and be like, girl, you know you was wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
The problem with that is, to me, why can't you say your friend was wrong in front of that man if you know that she was wrong? Because then
I'm
that
not gonna lie.
means
As a
they
man,
tweak.
I'm not doing it either.
That's what I was about to say.
If you in
I
front of
was
your
about
wife
to
and
ask
you wrong,
Evan.
I'm gonna be like, this is ant tweak.
Like, just think, like, if we
Look, later, I'm
all,
gonna be like, bro, your wife
I
was
mean, that's
wrong.
just respect, bro. You ain't supposed to call nobody
Yeah, I
out
ain't
on front
gonna
like
do
that.
Not
Yeah.
calling them out, but like, let's say you're there in the middle of it and they engaging in conversation with you. Like, how y'all feel about this? Do you think I was wrong in this situation?
I'm not speaking on it because, bro, we learned that stuff about like bringing our girlfriends in the same house, like for couple nights and shit. We didn't learn that shit. One couple conversation that lead to some shit. Now your girl talks.
Right.
Now one couple gotta leave early. You bring
Right.
it
One
up.
couple gotta leave early. Look,
Or-
I'm ready to go.
Or some niggas be so drunk they start talking too much and be like, you should have just stayed quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just best to just like
Have private
be
conversations
like,
or
hey,
after
or
conversations.
even like with your lady. You like be like, hey, you get in the car from somewhere, be like, hey, babe, like, look, we enjoyed ourselves, all that shit, but don't ever in your fucking life cut me off like that in front of everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't want to do that shit
front
inside
of
the people,
everybody.
but you tell everybody, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain stuff you keep in the private and stuff, and that's how it's more respectable. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie though. If I think there's a way to go about it.
yeah.
But me, if I'm in the midst of it, like we've had conference calls, you know what I'm saying, on the phone, and I've been asked my opinion. So it's kind of like it also reassures your partner that, hey, this person has a friend that is willing to be real with them and hold them accountable. Now you ain't gotta chew
kinda
them all the
true,
way
yeah.
out. You get what I'm saying? But if you call me and you like, I want you to be real with me. Be real about the situation. I got such and such on three-way, and we about to have a call, and we want to ask you how I feel. I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I ain't gonna chew you out. I might chew you out later.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't think that was the best way to handle it. So I think it's more about the delivery of it as opposed to being completely silent when you know that they're in the wrong.
It's a way to
because
do it.
That can make your partner feel like, you know what, this person is not being a real friend to you. Now I don't like you because you not being honest. You
Yeah,
get what
it's
I'm
a way
saying?
to do it, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know the saying in the Bible, like iron sharpen iron. When iron is sharpen iron, it don't feel good. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
my
you
point.
can't always be worried about the delivery. You know what I'm
go.
saying? Because the message can be way more important than your delivery. And sometimes when you try to pacify or sugarcoat something, the point that you trying to get across may go over their head because you ain't hitting it as hard as home as you should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you holding somebody accountable, it's not gonna feel good. You damn near gonna feel kind of bad about the shit you saying.
I agree.
But in order for that point to get across, you damn near gotta just say it how it is.
I agree. And that's real love.
It is. You feel me?
But I think the message, the delivery is important. I think the message can be lost in the delivery.
Yeah.
If you don't deliver the message right,
Yeah.
a person cannot be receptive and you're not able to hold them accountable. So the first element, I think, to everything is love.
And who you around, bro. That's why I had to disagree with that part, like in front of the person or whatever, whoever disagreed with you. Because when I do my cutting into, or I feel like I got to tell you something about yourself, I'm gonna make sure it's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's us, we got a strong brotherhood. If we on 4-way, we on FaceTime, we talking about whatever, we talking about business, and I disagree with something, I'm gonna holler at you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it come up while we all together, I can do
The end of the part, the delivery is important, the message is important, but the person is more important. Cause you have to know, like, it's kind of like when you order something and it be like description of how you want them to deliver the shit. Every person is different. He can be on FaceTime with me and be like, hey, Rem, do. And other people on there, but one of our other friends be like, you try to call me out in front of everybody. Everybody don't, you know what I'm saying? You got to
Receive
know
it the
who
same
you
way.
dealing
Right.
with
That's-
to
that-
deliver
yeah.
certain shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah,
people
the package.
getting shit mixed up because they got one delivery way
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
these people is different.
Right.
You
know
gotta
what I'm
read the
saying?
room.
You gotta
Yeah,
know.
you gotta
He
read
ain't
the
like
room.
that,
Yeah,
bro.
You
gotta
gotta
know your
know.
audience,
You
for
gotta
sure.
know who you dealing with, bro, and how to deliver it to them.
Have y'all ever been checked by a friend or by somebody and it's changed y'all?
Changed?
Absolutely, all the time.
Like, yeah, like they have confronted me about it. And you know what? They right, bro. I need to
sure.
lose
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
From family to y'all to friends, everybody, yeah, for sure.
Quan confronted me about something, and he told me that I'm super aggressive. And he like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my baby KQ, man. You know what I'm saying? But it made me realize that I am aggressive. I am naturally aggressive. I can't see. I squint a lot. So it's like I come in a place and I just automatically look like I'm on tip.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, what? I'm like, what's the deal? Then I'm just like, I talk fast. So it's like, and I had to sit back because, you know what I'm saying, he made me feel like, damn, bro, I make my, you know what I'm saying, I make my homies, you know what I'm saying, my guys feel like I might be superior or
not
can't nobody
approachable.
tell me shit, can't nobody fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? So it made me feel convicted. And when he told me that, we had that conversation, man, I apologized to him and I told him like, bro, man, I'm sorry if I, you know what I'm saying, be super aggressive or I be standoffish or I'm neglectful or I think I know it all. And you know what I'm saying, I try to do that shit. And so now y'all be like, oh, now you serious, now you laid back, ooh. But it's like I'm trying to change my ways because I don't want to be that aggressive friend. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was one of the guys that just damn near told me some shit. You know, y'all always checking me about a lot of shit, and I just take it in consideration. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well,
real.
let's switch gears and let's talk about another topic that I think is important, and that's being a leader versus being controlling, right? And I think this is important because I think there's a fine line between leadership and being in control of things. And I want to ask y'all, where is the line between leadership and control? Like, where do the lines kind of draw? When do you may start off as a leader. I'm the head. Let's just say for a relationship, in relationships, you start off as the head, the forefront, but then at what point does it become controlling?
Okay, I think, man, I feel like the leadership, a real true leader leads off of the faith that and the confidence that he have in himself. And I feel like control, right? Lately I've been kind of seeing a lot of things about control and I looked it up, and control a lot of times in relationships and business, whatever it is out of fear. You want to have so much control of things because you're fearful of what can happen if you let go of control, right? And I feel like a real leader moves off of faith and his confidence, right? So if you did the work and you believe that it's going to work, you know what I mean? And you move that way, even if, like I said, in a relationship or in business, it's not going to, you don't have to have your hands on everything. You don't have to control every part. You feel me? Because you know you did the work and you got to have faith that it's going to work. You know what I mean? And I feel like that kind of goes both to business and in relationships. And I think in relationships, a lot of times, even myself, I have had this problem in past relationships. I want to control everything. And when I boiled down and I did some deep soul searching, I'm like, you scared. You scared of what's going to happen if you take your hands off of that situation. You feel me? And that's fear. You feel me? So control a lot of times it correlates a lot with fear. So I think a real true leader deals off of faith. You know what I mean? Like putting that God at the head of things and moving off of faith in relationship and in business.
Amen.
So that's how I feel.
Big amen on that.
that's dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I love that. And another thing I had to learn too, I never been really controlling. My leadership skills is kind of different because I always took the approach like you ain't really got control of shit.
I swear.
So you know what I'm saying?
I swear.
In a relationship, a motherfucker do what they want to do when they want to do it, and then if it's like business or anything, this shit already written. So once you start to act like you said, if it ain't faith based, you know what I'm saying? You gonna drive yourself crazy. But I feel like everybody got different things when it comes to leadership. Everybody
Styles.
different people. Some niggas lead with money, some people lead with love, some people lead with, you know what I'm saying, whatever else. I just feel like, man, I feel like in your leadership, like you said, you need to be confident and understand it, but also you have to stand on business about your leadership too. If you were really the lead and you the leader, you got to lead. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it get controlling because you're not really standing on business to lead. You start taking people opinions. You start moving like not like on your plan or your, you know what I'm saying? Or
Your
like
intuitive.
yeah, or your
nature.
person. Your person, like my girl could be like, hey babe, you know, don't go get another box truck. You should start a donut shop. Not my vision and what I'm leading. I didn't let her come in here, and it's kind of like she didn't damn near
Deter you
fucked
away
up
from
them.
your
that
route
map.
that you
You know
felt
what I'm saying? I
confident
done
in.
set back. Yeah. You sometimes you gotta just stay full throttle, and if they understand it, they understand. If they don't, they don't. But if I'm the leader on this boat, baby, you gonna have to ride or business, whatever it is, and this where we going. I'm not just gonna be like fuck everybody around
agree
me,
with
but
that.
I got a vision, and I'm standing on business, and whoever get to the end of it. Is that and I'm not trying to control nobody. I'm not trying to make you stay. I'm not trying to make you stay on this ride. I'm just going. So that's just how I feel about that.
I feel like leadership is control.
Okay, all right.
Because you're leading somebody because you're trying to get them to do something a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be leading them if you wasn't trying to ultimately control that situation. So I feel like when you say where's the line between leadership and control, I feel like it's control start right when you're trying to lead somebody. Because if you without your leadership, they will be doing things their way. You get what I'm saying? So now you're coming in, you trying to lead them, whether it's with love, it's with money, whatever it is, you're trying to get a certain reaction out of them. You're trying to get a certain response. So in a sense, it's control. Now where I think the leadership may get out of hand to where it's like possessive is where it's like, well, you not doing it the exact way that I told you to do it. Like I told you I wanted my eggs scrambled. And they soft. Or you know what I'm saying? Or they
Who made you some over? That was 2 on point.
That nigga didn't experience that. Like his egg scrambled.
that's just the first thing that just popped in my head though. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to tell somebody to make something or do something a certain way.
That happened the other day.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like from the very jump, leadership is control. You know what I'm saying? But where it gets out of hand, where it could be toxic or not beneficial is when you're trying to possess somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with what both of y'all said, because when you don't have control over something, you do start to feel fearful, or you do start to be like,
in shambles.
like damn, I can't control this. Like, I don't know what the outcome is gonna be. Like, I ain't in control no more. Like,
fear.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
I think of leadership different. I think of being a leader. A true leader is somebody that's not afraid to let other people do what they do. A true leader delegates, in my opinion. A true leader recognizes the strengths of somebody else. So like an example, whether it's in business or in relationships, I cannot be everywhere and do everything at all times. So I have to recognize the potential in somebody else. A true leader births other leaders. If I'm in a relationship and I'm with my woman, I need to recognize her strength, because guess what? I can't make the house function the same way that my woman can make the house function. She's better at that. So I need to recognize she's good at this, so I'm going to delegate this to her. I'm the leader, okay? So I'm putting you in position, but I'm not controlling. If I'm a leader,
So what if she's not doing what you delegated her to do, how you want her to do it? Like,
Then
what
I
if
have
you
to-
tell her to, like, say you delegated her to pay the bills, but she not paying them on time? She
then I
late
have
every.
to hold her accountable.
But
It's either that or I have to demote you.
but what?
So is that not control? Is that
That's not control. If you're not doing it, then I have to do it.
She's doing it. She's just not doing it how you want her to do it.
You said if she's not paying the bills.
I
That's
said
a
on
difference.
time. If she's not paying them on time, like she paying them like a day
Right,
late.
that's causing a problem, because now we accruing late fees and stuff like that. So
But
now,
what if she's paying the late fee?
come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
I got a question for you, brother.
No.
For real.
So you said a true leader know what the strength is, right?
Recognize
Yes,
this.
recognize what the strength is. What if what you recognize is a strength that you think is her strength, but to her that's really a weakness? So you tell her to do this, it's so frustration, make her frustrated that she can't do it, but she wanna allow you to lead, but she's lacking because you recognize the wrong strength.
So so in that instance where somebody is not confident in their capabilities, that's where my leadership comes in to birth the confidence in this person. Because some people may start off not confident in their capabilities. My woman may not be confident in this, but you know what my responsibility is as the leader is to breathe life into her to say, hey, babe, you are capable of doing this. I believe in you. Here, I'll start off doing it with you. We can do this together at first, but eventually, let me show you my vision. My vision, I want you to do this on your own independently. So I'm going to set you up shop. I'm going to make sure we get some reps in together to where you feel comfortable doing it. But ultimately, babe, I want you to take care of this. Ultimately, I want you to be my supervisor. I want you to be my assistant manager. This is what I have for you. I see it in you. And you have to instill that confidence in them. That to me is true leadership.
I agree.
And
I'm going to say something that Jeff said. Like, I think the difference, bro, what you saying, I don't think control is leadership. Because control is like force, and control is like something that they're doing unwillingly.
Agreed.
Right. So when you a true leader, you create this plan, and they choose to follow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's almost like a wolf pack, right? Like a wolf do certain things, and they follow him. They don't even talk to each other. They just like, oh yeah, he the one. We gonna follow him because he gonna take us to where we need to be. Whereas a control is like, no, bring your ass to me. You got change.
It's
on
force.
Everybody. It's force.
Control
you know what I'm
is
saying? Real talk. And it's like a lot of people do that in relationships. A lot of people, a lot of people do that in relationships. I told your ass do this, but they do it with money. Like, okay, I paid all them bills, or I got your body done, or I bought you that bag, I did this, so now you kind of in debt to me. And that's control, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they not willingly doing it.
Right.
You kind of putting them in a box and isolating them from their family and doing all that weird shit to control them. Like, that's not, you feel me? That's not leadership.
Right. Control, to his point, just to kind of summarize that point, control is force.
Yep.
Leadership, a true leader has people that are willing to follow them.
Exactly.
That's not somebody who's forcing the control is more of a dictator.
Yep. And a
There's a
manipulator.
difference between a dictator and a leader.
But I'm gonna say something too, because I think this important for, you know, what I'm trying to do for real is make like our black men and men in general understand that like we need to stand on integrity, accountability, and you know what I'm saying, discipline. And a lot of men don't know how to be leaders. So that's when that shit becomes control, because they don't know how to lead. So that's when they start being like, okay, I already know how to be a fucking leader.
Yeah.
Oh, you like this, you do this, and if you break these rules, then I'm angry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to start finding a way to make our communities and stuff understand what integrity, leadership, and everything is, bro, because you could think you a fucking leader and you a controller.
Right.
Or you could think you know what I'm saying, a controller.
I'm happy you said
You know what I'm
this.
saying?
I got a question. We can briefly answer the question. But what does healthy leadership look like in 2025?
I mean, I don't know, because everybody different, bro.
But I'm saying in your
Hold on,
mind,
but
right?
you gotta elaborate a little bit what you
'cause
mean.
it's like-
and what relationships, business.
Because business and relationships and leadership, you could leadership with your family. You could mentor people. Leadership go a long way,
Okay,
bro.
let's talk about family dynamic, because the business dynamic that to me is broader. But if you're talking about leading your family, leading your pack, right? What does that look like from a healthy standpoint to y'all?
I'm gonna just say this, man. A man taught me this one day, man. He said a real man that's a leader of his family is the 4 P's. You gonna priest, profit, protect, and provide. He said, don't get caught up on love, because when you priesting, protecting, and provide, that shit all come with love.
It is love.
So you know what I'm saying? So them 4 P's, again, priest,
I like that.
protect, provide, and profit. That's all a real leader need to do with his family, because all that shit is everything.
Because the priest make the sacrifices.
And the priest also lead. Oh, baby, I don't like how you doing this. We gonna do this. Woo, woo, woo. That's priesting. That's you know what I'm saying? So I took that and I live by that shit, man. The 4 P's, I keep that in the back of my head.
Swear.
Like that.
Anybody else? Real quick before we shift topic.
Just lead by example.
Lead by example. Be what you want to see.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. I appreciate that topic, man. I hope people get something
I
from
think
that. You know what I'm saying?
we
That
dropped
was
a lot of
healthy
jewels on that.
conversation,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Now I want to get something on a lighter note, because I seen this post, and I seen it was comical though, but it's kind of it's true in a sense. It's comical because the man said I need a woman to make me feel safe enough to rest in my masculinity.
That's a joke for sure.
What was the topic? I mean, what you just said again?
I seen this post and it made me think about the topic of men being able to kind of rest in that because like
Rest in what?
in there, he said, I need a woman to make me rest in my masculinity, like make me feel safe enough to be the man that you want me to be.
Was he being sarcastic?
He was playing.
He was
wanted to go viral.
That nigga was playing, but at the same time, all good jokes contain some truth.
It kind of reminded me of that one post when it was like, dang, what it say? It said something like, it come to me, man.
It'll come to you.
My mind.
So this is my question. Because I seen in the comments they was talking about men being in a soft man era, right? So the thing about the soft man era is that I got a question to y'all about is why do people shame men for wanting to be cared for? Like a man wanting a woman to cater to him.
I'm just want to say one thing, and it's just me. This is just me. Ain't no such thing as a soft man era in my world. I feel like you can get catered to, you can get love, you can get all the shit you want checked off when you meet that right woman that's gonna do it naturally. You don't have to calm down your masculinity to receive those things. You know what I'm saying? That's just for me. You know what I'm saying? But we live in an age too where the men nowadays is very emotional. They too fucking in tune with their emotions.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my granddaddy didn't go to baby showers. He didn't do all this shit we do. He didn't care about certain shit. He'd be in the garage for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? He cut. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a fuck what's going on in the house. He don't care about what's going on in the house and stuff. Men be damn near, finish my work day. Come here, baby. We be super involved in our kids' life, like on the nurturing side. Yeah. So in reality, you know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to disrespect none of the men in our generation, but a lot of us is kind of soft because we too in tune with our emotions. When you want to start asking your girl for shit, you didn't pay for our haircut and shit like that, bro. Like, bro, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, your woman gonna want to do what she want to do it. But I'm saying they too in tune with it. Like, we not them hard men like back in the day.
I gotta agree with that.
They didn't speak on their feelings. They, be honest, they don't have conversations we have.
But see, that's a catch-22 because at the same time, those women in the past wish they had men that were more in tune with their feelings because...
So they say.
So hold up. No, I'm going to be real. So we talk a lot about masculinity, but we all as men and women carry masculine energy and feminine energy. Right. But there's a primary. So the primary that most men operate in is in their masculinity. However, a lot of men in the past decades have neglected their feminine side, leaving their woman.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Emotionally neglected, not feeling seen, not feeling heard. So now sex has become an obligation and a duty as opposed to enjoyment for women because the men aren't really tapping into that. But to your other point, nowadays men are becoming too emotionally in tune, but there has to be a balance though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it do.
That's where I was going with it.
I didn't say 50-50.
No, it just don't have to be a balance, period, bro. It's just certain shit. Like, women can have masculine traits, but my girl just can't do certain shit that I could do. It's just like that woman just do certain shit and a man just do certain shit, bro. And they ask for certain things, bro. It's just some shit a man shouldn't ask for, and it's just some shit a woman shouldn't ask for.
Why? Why can't a man ask for certain things and why can't a woman ask for certain things because of their gender though?
Because it's just how the world works.
The world only worked that way because people made it work that way.
I don't want to get no I don't want to get no crazy analogy, so I just put it to you like this, man. A girl just can't do certain shit I do. If you meet a chick, she come out your house for the first time and she fart, you gonna be like, man, come on, dog, you a girl. A man can do that though, cause you a boy. You know what I'm saying? You a man.
I don't think women to find that acceptable either, bro. Like,
no, I'm saying,
I'm saying, like, it's crazy. Like a woman might look at you like, nigga, you trifling.
But she might laugh and think it's funny versus a nigga might
nasty. Gonna laugh at a nigga.
I'm not trying to deep down into it. I'm just trying to say about how a gender role is different, bro. Just like you can't go on an interview with your cleavage on, the woman can. It's just certain shit that girls can do and men can't do, bro. And I'm not about to be telling my girl, baby, I thought about it last night. You haven't paid for my haircut this week, or can you rub my knees? I'm not doing that shit. If she don't want to do that shit,
you ain't gonna ask your woman if she gonna rub your knees.
if they hurt. But if I feel, I'm talking about in the time of need. But you talking about like what you're saying like the status said take me out of my masculinity, like
So it
make
can
me
rest.
softer, like make me
Because
vulnerable.
So
He
because
sound like he don't want to be a man.
But no, that's not necessarily what that means. I want to break that down a little bit more because I don't feel like him saying that. I think he said that jokingly, but at the same time, if I'm 24/7 always in my masculine, I don't get the time to deal with my emotions. I'm still an emotional being. I still have emotional wants, emotional needs. I still want somebody to look after me as a man too. Just because I'm a man don't mean that my other side should be neglected. You may not have to tend to my emotions and how I feel or cater to me as much as I cater to you, but every now and again, men do want and we need that. Just imagine if your woman came to you and just was like, you know what? You came in here, you've been working so hard. I just want to take you out to dinner. I want to, do a surprise for you. I booked us a room in a hotel. If a woman is doing that, that's her operating in masculinity. That's not her operating.
No, that's her operating being a nurturer.
Bro, that's not being a nurturer.
In your partner.
I don't know. But you know what? I agree what you're saying.
I'm saying it because she's planning.
Yeah.
She's
But that's not masculinity, bro. That's your partner.
That's the logic. She's thinking. She's taking the initiative.
Yeah.
If you,
it's kind of what the man do.
That's what
he's
the
saying,
man
bro.
do.
I think you don't like the way he wording it, bro, because I get what he's saying, but I'm not gonna lie, you are saying some words that I'm like, I don't know.
Y'all cut up on the words, but think about what I'm saying.
And once I broke down what you're trying to say, I get it, bro. But I do think that women should. It's like an appreciation.
Exactly.
I think it helped the relationship go better, honestly, because I think when a man working hard and he's doing everything and he's really in his masculinity as the provider, the sole provider.
Right.
And this woman might be the nurturer. I think she do have to do certain things to make him feel like he can. Like, I can't wait to get home to my wife. She cooked what I wanted.
Surprise
it ain't
me
just like,
today.
no, yeah, I cooked whatever is in the microwave. It's like, no, I cooked your favorite meal. You had a tough week. Things like that. I think men do need things like that.
We need
but I
it.
think the way you set the question up is crazy.
Yeah, like,
so we like soft, man. Like soft man
I'm
is
just
crazy.
saying, like soft man.
But
is
yeah,
just,
no,
you know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely. I
But-
get exactly what you're saying.
Like,
I
I'm
do
not
think that's
saying
needed.
for a man to be like, just girly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I'm saying like
No, I
for a
wouldn't
man
say
to be able
girly.
to have a space.
But
I'm
the
just
soft,
saying
but
the space for them to be able to relax and put down their shoulders every now and again.
It go
bro.
to that
Men
post
need
I
that,
sent
bro.
y'all, bro. Like, you know how they call it pretty privilege? It's like handsome privilege. Like, and I think it goes with what Rim said. The right woman for you, you're not gonna have to do all of that. You're not gonna have to ask her because she's gonna naturally want to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, men and women, they don't date with intention. You know what I'm saying? They date for, some people date out of survival. Some people date for boredom. You know what I'm saying? So you will be dealing with somebody who she's not looking to, you know what I'm saying, nurture you or to make you rest in your
wasn't in it for that.
masculinity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of women out here who will, you could be at a bar and what you drinking? This happened to me a couple times. You feel me? Matter of fact, we was at some fight. This lady, she was walking, she spilled some marinara sauce on my shoes. She like, oh, let me go get you a drink. She like, I'm so sorry, let me go get you a drink. You know what I'm saying? That's normally something that like a man would do, but it kind of made me look at her like, okay, well,
appreciate that.
Yeah, well, you know, like, what's your name? Like, I wasn't even trying to get on her, but it made me want to be more interested. Okay, she different. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women,
Jeff 100%.
a lot of women not gonna lead like that.
But that's what makes a man appreciate it, because we know most women not even moving like that.
Yeah.
But what Jeff said that's important is that it's dating with intent, because there's women that show you that at the door.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like, and if they like you, like, and it go to what you said about the pretty privilege. I don't like that saying either for men, but
It's handsome
but
privilege.
it's handsome privilege,
Handsome
right?
privilege.
But I get it, because a woman who really into you and really like you, they gonna do that for you.
They gonna do it for
because
you.
I have experienced that, and I have experienced the other side too,
But-
where I'm like doing
here's
all the
the-
man
here's-
stuff, and
here's
then
the
I met a
thing,
woman,
too,
and I'm
Chief.
like, it was really uncomfortable for me. I'm like, dang, you doing a lot, baby. Like, you trying to pay for dates, you buying me massage, you
Yep.
buying me clothes. Like, what's up? Like, I'm not used to that type of treatment, so that was different for me. But like you said, it's like, my intentions might have been different. I might have been more trying to do for a woman than, you know what I'm saying, having somebody at
receiving
my
it.
equal, or
Yep.
having somebody who could do back. And I'm
Yep.
like, damn, it kind of threw me off a little bit.
But that's the thing. It's like somebody being able to do something for you without you having to ask them.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes you enjoy and appreciate that person more, because you like, damn, as a man, I'm so used to doing. That's all my mind is programmed. So for a woman to be like, hey, I see you. Let me do for you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I did book this massage for you.
Yeah.
I am, giving you my body tonight. I am making sure everything's set. You ain't got to worry about nothing. The plane, the trip booked, all of that. Nigga be like,
I feel like
hey, you wife material.
yeah, but I feel like this is what we neglecting. Women who do that realize you a real man.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is a lot of men
Yeah, appreciate you.
they don't get that out of a woman because they not showing them nothing different. When girls start talking to a certain something, they gon' automatically want to just be like, okay, he different. He not calling me back. He not pressing me. He ain't trying to make me spend the night. He set up a date.
He went somewhere else. I ain't think he was going
No, look. What I'm saying is just listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh no, bro.
The average guy be on BS more than you think. You keep saying like when you doing this, every man not doing all this stuff.
Facts.
So when you like I said, brother, you married. So in the dating pool right now, it's like they ain't getting that, and they let you know that. Like you different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I'm gonna call you back, man. I'm about to read this book. I'm about to go shoot a podcast with my fellas.
I'm gonna tell you.
You know what I'm saying? And that makes them be like, okay, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you no, bro. It go more back to what Jeff said, bro. Because you would take that same woman who will do that for you and will not do it for the next man. It's about how much they like you.
But I just said that. I said it depends on what type of man you is.
Yeah, it's how you come.
I just said it depends on what type of man you is.
Nah, you ain't gotta do shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you really don't have to
She
be
got her mind
that
made
much
up.
better than that other man. But in her eyes, she putting you on this pedestal and she's gonna treat you a different way.
But I'm saying,
I swear,
it
because
comes
it's
from
dating.
something.
But it's like dating with a tent. So it's like women who like you.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
I like who
people
like
who
me.
like you. Because people who like you are going to do those
They
things.
are.
But if you got somebody who 50-50 about you, you might half-ass get in, you half-ass not. But I think a woman who really into you, think about it. Just do the math on the women that you dated. The women who really into you treat you better.
And you treat them like
I'm not gonna
shit.
lie to you. I don't run into women who don't do the stuff.
But you only
this
like
type.
women who like you.
You know,
Oh, no. Yes, you
I'm
are.
gonna ask y'all a question. A quick question, real quick. Is it better for you to like the woman more or the woman to like you more?
The woman that like
gotta
the
like
man
you more.
All right.
The woman gotta like you
the man
more.
for sure.
I knew that
Because
was
that's
my-
how you get the treatment that I'm talking about.
For real. Because think about it though. Think about it for real.
Hey, I'll tell you what
The
I know.
people, like, look, but
I'll tell you what I know.
think about it for real though. The people that be going out of their way for you, or just the people that go out of their way for you, you be like, damn, why this bitch ain't doing this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or prime example, how you would feel like, man, I'm doing all this, this motherfucker not appreciating it, but then you start doing it, or another bitch that you talking to, she may hear about what you doing, and she be like, dang, I wish somebody was doing that for me. I wish you was.
I think a woman liking a man more work short term, but I think ultimately the man
It should change.
The man
That's what I
has
was
to
gonna clean it
love
up.
the
I was
woman
gonna
more.
clean it up. I was gonna
At
clean
the
it up.
end of the
In
day,
the beginning, I think the woman should like the man
if the
more.
woman,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just go biblical with it, because at the end of the day, the man is the one that's charged to love his wife the way that Christ. God didn't
Love
say
the church, yeah.
God didn't say for the woman to love the man the same way that Christ loved his bride. He charged that to men. So that means
Amen.
that as a man, as a man, now you can. I ain't arguing with you about this because it's the word.
I'm not arguing.
Clean it up though.
This
Because
means-
it also say
Hold on.
also tell the woman to respect the man.
Right. Because that man has to be the one that's willing to give his life for you. Because that's the ultimate thing. If I gotta love my woman the way that Christ loved the church, that means that ultimately I gotta be willing to lay down my life for her. And if I'm willing to lay down my life for you, then you better be willing to submit to me. You better be willing to respect me and honor me.
Sounding like
That's
control.
that's you said it sounded like control. It's a command. It's a command for sure.
Hey,
I'm about to
look,
throw this
I'm
little
not
like
playing.
him.
I'm not playing. I ain't playing.
Sounding like control. That's why I said,
Man,
hey Sean, that's why I said leadership is control.
That's not control. That's a command.
That's not for us,
You
bro.
still got free will.
That shit,
It's
it
still-
sound
you
like
gonna
it.
but
Sound
if
close
you
to
don't-
it.
Yeah, bro, I love-
it's a fine line, ain't it?
I love everybody. I love everybody like Christ, but my woman gonna have to lay down her life for me too. And that's just at the end of the day.
Somebody,
Yeah, she
what
gonna
you
have to
mean
love me.
too? One of y'all gonna have to die
I'm
first.
saying though, bro, you gotta understand this. My woman is going to love me more than
You
she
love
gonna love me more than I
You
am.
love
It's
her?
always gonna be like that.
Nah.
That's why I'm gonna always
Hey, what he
receive.
said?
The love should be equal, bro.
Listen what I'm saying though. Love should be equal in your life. That's why people be 30 years married, sleeping downstairs, and then they play on the steps. Hey, here we go. It's not. Man, why gonna look? She gonna be rich. She gonna walk right in that room.
I swear.
Man, you gonna keep her on her tongue.
Hey,
got
Hey,
to.
man,
Got to.
listen.
But I think
Yeah.
the love should be equal, bro.
Love always gotta be equal.
The love should be equal. But I do think the dynamics of a woman liking a man more in the beginning helps.
No, it
I
does.
swear it helps.
I need to know you
I swear
feeling
it
me
helps.
before I go that whole distance.
Yep.
I gotta
and
make
I think
sure
you
you
get
get
the
to me.
full version of a man, and you get a nurturing side
When
of
he
a
knows
woman.
you love
I
him.
swear.
Let me
you know,
just
the dynamics work
let
better.
me just say one thing to you.
Real quick.
A man chooses his wife. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, once a man makes an ultimate decision, you mine, it's already in his head. You got to keep that woman on her toes, though.
Absolutely.
No,
You
you
got to.
definitely do. But listen, man,
Absolutely.
we gotta wrap up. We coming to a halt. But today, man, I enjoyed this episode. I hope
Absolutely.
y'all enjoyed it. Please make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you follow my brother. What's your Instagram name?
Sean Rich on all
Sean Rich.
platforms.
Stop jeffing.
RCWM.
And I'm King Crane. This is The Reality Is. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube, leave comments, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and follow us on YouTube. We love y'all. We out.